Seacrest with you, Sissany Tanya, and a second date update now. I wonder if anyone besides myself has gone on a trip real fast, a weekend, an overnight, or real fast with somebody they just met because you were rebounding or because you were lonely or because you just said, I'm not going to think twice about it.
All of the above?
Yeah, well, I've done that. I've done all of that.
Michael and I went to Miami 1 month into meeting each other.
But it ended up right.
Yeah, but that trip, we fought a lot. Like, it wasn't...
How can you fight on the first overnight?
I mean, honestly... It's so weird. I know. It is really weird. I thought that was going to be the end of it.
I poop in the lobby. You know what I mean? Like, I leave the room to go to the lobby.
Same. I don't know. I think we moved fast.
You guys are way too comfortable too fast.
Mm-hmm. We did.
But it worked out. And Tanya, you and I have been in situations where we kind of just probably did it for ourselves, right? We just needed to get away and not be lonely.
Yeah, and remember I was going to New York for a weekend after I just met this guy, and I was going to stay with him, and then he said he got sick, he had a fever, and we called him on the air.
Do I remember? Yeah. It's one of the moments that will live in my memory forever. Anyway, I bring all this up because Jay in Torrance is going through it right now. So here's the deal. Let me bring in Jay. So, Jay, our second date update. Jay, you went to New York with somebody for a long weekend, and you say it was amazing. How long did you know this woman?
Just a couple weeks, few weeks.
All right. And what inspired you guys to just take a trip together that fast?
Honestly, I mean, it was just kind of an, impromptu, just kind of a last minute impulsive thing.
Listen, I once said to somebody, what are you doing for the next 24 hours?
That's hot.
I'd be like,
I think that's a really good move.
See, that's why it's very difficult to understand.
Yeah.
Like, Sisney's down.
Yeah.
Tanya's like,
yeah, she's like sketch. But no, I think that's so cool. A man that takes charge. Nothing. Let's go. What do you have planned?
You have plans in 24 hours. I have people to see. I have places to go.
I'd cancel them.
Well, then say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Well, then we would not be there. All right? This story ends that way. Anyway, Jay, back to you. Sorry. So you go on this trip and you stay together overnight in the same room?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. Yeah.
And
we were in the same room.
everything works?
What do you mean everything works?
Well, you know what I mean? Like, everything's fine, smooth?
Yeah, I mean, I had meetings Thursday and Friday, but then, we had a couple days where we did like some sightseeing and, Empire State Building, Times Square. We had a great time.
All right. So you get back and then what? What's the problem?
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of takes her like hours to respond to my texts. Like if she does respond at all, I don't know. It just doesn't seem interested. Just based on the time, I guess. Takes her to respond.
What do you think, Sissany?
How long has it been that she's not really been responding?
I mean, just since we got back,
About a week, 2 weeks?
Last few days, yeah.
Okay.
Rack your brain here, Jay. Is there anything that could have gone wrong?
I mean, I sometimes, I imagine like most people, just like sometimes I say things and I don't think about them. I don't think about the effects that they might have on people. I don't think that happened, but there's always room for error, for sure.
Well, what do you think you might have said?
So. I don't know. I don't think I said anything, but it could have just been anything. I always worry about me revealing too much, but I mean,
I think that's charming.
Yeah, it's who you are, and if she doesn't like you for who you are, then...
Is her name Lindsay?
Yes.
Okay, hold on 1 second. We're going to try and get Lindsay on the line. It sounds like he thinks he did say something or opened up too much. It sounds like he already knows that.
Right.
I want to find out what that might be. Hang on. All right, let's get into this right now. Don't move if you were here for a second about the second date update with Jay. He met Lindsay. They go to New York on a long weekend. Quickly, very fast. They knew each other a couple weeks. They went for it. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that. He says everything seemed to be going well. They come back and she's now not getting back to him. So something happened on that trip. And there's a lot of variables when you spend a long weekend together and you stay in the same room together. A lot of little things could have stood out that maybe she didn't gel with. So, Jay, we have her. just be really, really quiet. I'm going to keep you on the line, but I'm going to talk to her for a second, okay?
Okay.
Hello, Lindsay?
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for hanging on. My name is Ryan Seacrest. You're on the air with us at Kiss FM.
Hi.
Thank you for coming on. So, just to jump to it, we are calling you about a guy named Jay that you went to New York with. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, I can't escape this guy.
Oh.
And why do you say that, Lindsay? I'm curious.
Well, it's just like he keeps texting me, and like I also found a T-shirt of his in my suitcase, and I just
I
to be
found a
honest,
what?
I want to just move on. His T-shirt,
T-shirt.
was in my suitcase.
What? So you went to New York with him, and how did that go?
It's a good move, though.
Yeah, we went. Honestly, it was probably a big mistake. It just seemed like it was cute and romantic at first, but it was definitely too soon.
What didn't go as expected?
Well, like okay, well, first off, like, did he put you up to this to call me?
Would that change what you're about to say?
Like, he's just like super inconsiderate. And I realized that I've dated a lot of guys like this, and so I just need to break the cycle.
Ew.
And what did he do that was inconsiderate in your mind?
Okay, well, he has TSA and pre-check, and he, like, I don't. He went and he, like, did his TSA
What?
pre-check
Yeah.
on the way to New York, and that was no big deal. There was no line at security, and so he went his way, I went mine. We went back on the other side.
Right.
But then coming back at JFK, like, the security line was crazy, and he was basically like, good luck, and he went through. I found him at the bar with a beer, and he didn't even order me a drink.
Oh, got it.
This guy.
Yeah. Okay, and did you... let me just tell you that Jay did put me up to this. He's on the line with us right now. Jay, what would you like to say in response to what Lindsay's telling me?
Jay.
Okay, well, I mean, the whole TSA pre-check, like, it's that I don't have to wait in line at security. So what? Like,
No, but you're not. I think you're missing the principle.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
I think you're missing the principle here. Yeah. So, Jay, do you consider yourself in high regard?
I mean, no, I'm just, like, using what I had. Like, I'm just using the TSA pre-check. That's what I got.
So, Jay, I want you to picture you and I walking down the street. Okay? And we're walking, and the traffic is on the left. The cars are on the left. Where are you between me and the cars?
I would be on your right side.
Yeah. So, Jay, I think this is not going to work out with Lindsay. And I don't disagree with what she's saying that, when you're certainly trying to make an impression, consideration is a big deal.
It's key. At least have a drink ready for her on the other side.
Okay, like, I messed up there. I'm sorry I didn't have a drink ready, but, like...
No, but you can't get on the plane before she's, like, while she's waiting, or... Like, it's like,
she, like, misses the flight. He's like,
right,
yeah,
he's like, sorry, I'm at the bar.
She wasn't going to miss the flight.
Well, anyway, Jay,
Jay.
I appreciate you reaching out to us. I think now the good news is you have total clarity. Lindsay, thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
All right, bye. Are we seeing...
I think
that
when you're dating, this is major. Like, yes, you wait with her friends or whatever in a big group. It is what it is. Like, if Tanya has pre-check, she goes, and I'll wait for her. It's not a big deal. But I think when you're trying to make an impression in a relationship, it's the beginning.
I think, haven't we
tough it
all
out.
been in situations where you have to, like, so, on the inside, oh, no, you forgot your what? And we have to go back? But you just do it?
The worst.
Like, I've gotten to the airport and someone's forgotten their passport.
Oh.
And I've driven us back.
I wish I would have
And
had.
I don't say anything on the outside.
But on
I
the
don't-
inside, you're like,
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. Especially when I put out a checklist.
Oh,
I sent you the
geez.
itinerary.